you can get involved. We've even seen some extremely weird builds in the past, right? With like maelstroms and stuff, going that shard maelstrom BKB build.
Yeah, especially having Maelstrom against a Razor, right? If you do get drained, you're still offering some damage there from the Maelstrom.
Yeah, I don't think anyone ideally wants to go for that.
No. I mean, I was casting a game quite a while ago. I think, no, it was Charlie playing Troll, and he bought MKB first item because he was against a Razor. So he's definitely one of those players that has ideas of how to contend with Static Link as a carry hero that wants to do physical damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lacoste and I even asked him, like, got into the Twitter DMs, like, why did you rush MKB? And just like, Razor, I want to do damage, and he stops me from doing it.
Yeah, Razor's a big old issue. I mean, the one way many teams have dealt with Razor is just overwhelming damage, right? So you can go like the Sven. I think that was Team Spirit's idea against it. They were
Yeah.
really keen on it. They were just like, he can't drain all of it, you know? The ult gives away too much. So PA saw the same with all these crits and stuff, and the ability to burst and just remove someone from the fight before you get linked, or even during the link.
Now they're gonna have to get through these lanes first, though. Limp having decent time on this mid lane, and he's going to be playing the Dragon Knight this time around. So it's the S4 Death Prophet going into the off lane. Much more of a fan of this DP clock rather than the clock DK.
Same, huge fan.
And it also allows DK to scale better, right? We might even see the Aghanim Scepter come out from him. Whereas when it's in the hands of S4 in the off lane, it's like treads, bracer, stick, blink, and yeah.
I will now stun heroes for the rest of the game.
Yeah. I'll say he buys an Ogre Axe. I'm getting BKB, guys. And then the game ends.
That's the kind of offlaner that I respect. Yeah. It's how I like to play.
Blink
I'm
stun.
sick of this farming stuff, dude. Like, why did Amar have to just come into the pro scene and start buying items on offlane? Like, that's so rude, honestly.
Yeah, offlaners, they weren't built to hit creeps.
Yeah, stay poverty, as God intended.
Stay in your lane.
Buy your blink dagger.
Blink initiate. That's what you're built for. Yeah, I don't know. I look at this ITP draft, and if I didn't see team names, player names, and stuff like that, I would be shaking in my boots. And facing up against Razor, Lina, Bristleback, the Ari Tiny.
I feel very confident about late game PA into this team, though.
Okay.
I think you have really nice ways to, like, when these smokes ganks happen, Into the Breach are going to be looking for like a tiny combo, right? They don't really have any other initiation. Whereas Goon Squad have the Dragon Knight option, they have the Clockwork option. You're playing into a Bristleback and stuff who don't want to buy a Lincolns, ideally. So this DKA stun is going to be pretty damn effective for a long time until they start to look at stuff like Lotus Orbs, and maybe Razor buys a Lincolns and puts it on him.
You don't even talk about the Maiden option. The walk in, frostbite, and die option.
That's my favorite!
It's the best
form
of initiation. On Pexu,
Yeah.
gonna grab himself a bounty rune down bottom. Taker and Kadara getting the two up top. Hanskin, where's he wandering off to? Going into this jungle.
Oh, Hanskin attack!
Swooping in for a battery assault. And Kadaro trying to keep the poison touch on him, but battery assault ending won't lead to a kill, but that's some good damage onto the Dazzle, and poison touch just wearing off before the hit comes. Nicely timed by Hanskin. It goes back in.
What a great hide.
Yeah, we'll cut in the trees. Beautifully done.
Yeah.
Right, so that's going to delay the Dazzle coming to that lane. Give S4 a good early wave. As we just take a quick look into the mid lane. Supreme against Limp. DK against Lina. And Dragon Knight was often considered one of the heroes that you can play against the Queens of Pain, the Linas, the Death Prophets, because he can get so tanky. Just stand his ground and get CS. So might actually not suffer here too much, even though Lina has been the, excuse the pun, the supreme mid laner of this patch.
Yeah, typically DK is much preferred against the melee mids, like Ember Spirit and stuff, because you can just walk up and Dragon Tail, right, and then like deny creeps, and you get an advantage through that. He can't do that versus Lina, but Lina can do that versus him. But if he gets like 2 points, 1 point even in Breathe Fire, it should be manageable.
Taker taking a lot of damage from Huntskin and S4. I mean, Clock DP, such a strong lane here, really showing off what they can do.
That's DP for you, DP off lane.
Do the
fun never
Spirit
ends.
Siphon.
Yeah. And that's only going to get worse at level 3, and then you have 2 points in the Siphon. 2 charges, I meant to say.
How about that bottom lane? Tiny Razor against PA Maiden. Is this a struggle for Goon Squad early on?
I want to say that I like it for Goon Squad. Maybe it gets worse later on. It's just your CM's always at threat of getting tossed back into Razor, and PA doesn't really have a good way to protect her. The other way around, though, you know, say Zibe walks up and links Aqua, he has that jump away. Pexu has the Crystal Nova. You know, all this move speed slow, it makes it very hard for Zibe to stick on him. But yeah, again, like this here, oh, he doesn't have the toss, he only has the tree throw. But yeah, that's always a threat. That is super fearful for CM.
I'm going to be so wary of your positioning.
Yeah.
And Ari just going to hand over a Tango to Zibe. They've got a ward to spot the Maiden's movements as well. It looks like Aqua's still having some problems.
Ari really just has to focus on 2 things, which is keeping that small camp block so they don't have the pull option, and making sure CM can't walk up and threaten them in any way. Just punish them out of position, and then if they can get a hard camp pull off, has it been blocked? I think it might have been blocked by
Yeah.
Goon Squad, yeah. So that's kind of rough, but if he can get that D ward off and they can get that to spawn, their lane becomes, I don't know, just really powerful if you can keep the small camp block, because you are able to just pull the wave back, keep it in a good position, and that's going to enable Ari to go leave and go for these mid runes. Because I want to see support rotations for these runes.
Yeah, especially when you've got Alina in your lane. You come in there, she offers a lot of damage, just a quick toss back. Even against a tanky DK. Could offer you a kill opportunity. And Goon Squad can do a similar thing with the Clockwork as well. Moving towards mid. Not necessarily kill the Alina, but definitely guard runes and protect the Dragon Knight when he's refilling his bottle.
I mean, with level 6 on DK, you absolutely can gank and try and kill the Lina. Like with the long range stun setup, and then you come in. And the only issue is, like, what is the TP response? You have a Dazzle. I don't know if he wants to go Grave, but if he does, that could be really bad. Like, that turnaround would be really rough for you.
I think primarily it's been 2-0-1 build on Dazzles. Go for that laning phase presence with a Poison Touch. And Grave comes at like level 4, 5 or so.
And if it comes at 4, then yeah, it should be up by the time they make for a kill threat. Because now the XP change in the game, it means you're getting your 6 way later on mid. So it's like kind of looking at this like 7 minutes-ish. Sometimes like just after 6 minutes. I feel like most mids haven't had them for the 6-minute runes, right?
Yeah, they haven't. Previously, it was like some mids getting 4.5 minute level 6 with small camps and, you know, a kill or 2.
Yeah.
It was pretty spooky stuff back then. And Kadara going to drag that wave away from tower aggro. Try and make sure I'll take it and pick up these last hits as his Ring of Health is on the way across the map from the secret shop down south. It's a long journey for a little courier. It's always nice to see these players like pre-placing their courier there at the shop, buying the ring, sending it over. They don't have to do that awkward walk to the enemy secret shop, which can leave them exposed.
Yeah, and this bot lane kind of playing out as I expected. Ari de-warded the hard camp, blocked the small camp again. This next minute might be big. Either they get the hard camp spawn, or maybe Pexu fights for it to try and block it himself. He has a sentry.
He's got to salve up, maybe even Mango as well. He's always just so low. Level 2 plasma field from the Razor.
We might see a first blood happen down here soon. If Zibe can connect right now.
Distinct possibility. Got 2 mangoes, 17 wand on Ari because all the dagger spam out of the PA. Large camps available to them for that pull that you were mentioning. So yeah, looking good for ITB down bot. And Supreme was also able to manage to grab the bounty rune. It was all scouted out by the Raiden Obs. Returns back to lane with his clarities going. So far, so good for Limp. 21-6 against the 18-2 of Lina. While up at top, I'll take his bristle back. He turns his back, trying to deal with Hansken and S4, and even gets the first blood there. S4, these cool sprays, they do start to stack up, and he's running out of Spirit Siphons, but he does find the connection with the Crypt Swarm.
There's a lot of damage from those quills at the end there on Hanskin.
Yeah, plenty of stacks built up on him. And here comes that pull bottom.
Damn, look at us. Our eyes are in sync.
I think, what does Goon Squad do now? It looks like Pexi might just be dying. Ari He's holding on to Avalanche. He's level 3 as well, so he had the opportunity there to go for the combo. Now he'll play with the Razor, as they might actually catch out Aqua as well, but a good frostbite from Pexu, making sure the PA can actually slip away safely.
This is just how they play that lane. They never let CM come up to contest the hard cam. They get it unblocked and they just pull it, and they keep the lane up here. And PA, even though she's not able to get linked for super long amounts of time, she's still taking so much harass from this plasma field. She needs like raindrops and all this stuff just to survive in the lane. And like so much of her net worth is going to consumables, which means that she's really not farming in a meaningful way.
Yeah, a long way away from boots. We'll deliver this Orb of Corrosion into Aqua though.
Yeah.
Definitely investing in laning stage. Wants to get some kills with that. At least pressure the Razor back. And this is where Tiny starts to rotate, right? 6 minutes coming. Rune is about to spawn. Kadara and Hanskin also having a battle up in that top outpost area. And it looks like there is a grave point here for Kadara. 1-1-1 with 7 stick charges. Bounty Rune taken by him. Very close to death, but he's going to survive. Illusion Rune does get bottled by Limp, though, because of it.
Yeah, dude. They got 6 way fast. I don't know, is my timing wrong, or is this guy just like a god at getting XP or what?
Yeah.
5.5 minute level 6, he's already pressuring. Supreme sitting back here on level 5 still.
Yeah, Supreme, he needs a few more creeps here to actually get there. And with a wraparound from Hanskin, they've trapped her inside the cogs. Limp doesn't have Dragon Tail, though, having already spent it. And Kadaro going to be the focus now, but they can't bring anyone down. This is zoning power from Goon Squad to focus the tier 1.
Got that caught.
Dragon
This
Form
is the
comes
kind
to
of
an
rotation.
end.
It's okay, you're just gonna tank for your cart right now. You're gonna get as much damage as you can. The wave is here. You brought all your supports.
Yeah, Pexu arrives. Grave comes. And Kadaro doesn't get hounded by the Maiden.
Dude, what a kind and generous mid player. Gives the last hit to his support.
You need boots, do you? Here's a bit of money. Well, they are diving bottom lane. Aqua got left alone. Crystal Maiden TPs a response here with the Frostbite and the Nova. And Zibe under tower needs to pop his full one to survive. While Lip dies across in the mid lane. That's a solo kill by Supreme. As Ari, he's chasing but doesn't have Avalanche for 4 more seconds. Zibe, another plasma field is ready now. And they've kept Goon Squad low under their tower, but unable to finish anybody off.
So I think if this lane keeps being really impossible for Aqua to play in, and Into the Breach are definitely playing in that like trend. They put this ward down there as well at the bottom of the lane because they want to see everything. They want to know how aggressive they can be. If the mid TPs, you know, they want to spot it out. They just intend on being aggressive and annoying. And if it keeps going like that, then there is a chance that they could just bring DK bot or put DK top. And well, speaking of top there, actually. Estel's being right up there.
Yeah, he's on this tower, but with Ari's rotation, Spirit siphons, the damage not taker. Oh my god, he's just going to solo kill the Bristleback and survive as well. S4 not being respected by ITB.
I was going to say, yeah, you could just send your DK top to put a little bit of pressure there, and then you can let your PA farm mid, potentially. But, I mean, S4, he needs no help. He is doing everything by himself, not even a support. 1v2 under that tower, killing the enemy carry. Power of Death Prophet.
Like 1v3 if you include the tower, isn't it? Just destroying them. I mean, this might be where Bristleback says, hey, screw it. I've got stacked Ancients back in my triangle. I'll go back there and farm. But Hanskin finding another angle on towards Ari. A toss back. I don't think that's going to save him. They've got Urn Charges, Spirit Vessel, Spirit Siphon. Here from S4 comes back up again. And ITB getting run at by this Goon Squad lineup. Dragon Knight can still come top to finish off the tier 1 that S4 started. It's down to ITB to find places where they can actually farm safely.
Yeah, the Lina, despite mid lane going down and all that, she is above net worth over Dragon Knight. Limp is feeling pretty restricted to just the lane, whereas Lena's getting around with some stacks, hitting the jungle camps, going between.
Yeah, much easier for her to find the farm she needs.
Yeah, and Limp went for that Falcon Blade, so his blink will be delayed. I do like the Falcon Blade a lot. I think it's just, even though he did die that one time, it's let him be quite tanky and play enough in the face of ITV and pressure in that way. But yeah, they're gonna need that Blink Dagger before they start to make some proper like smoke moves. Otherwise, they're just waiting for level 6s on supports.
Yeah, nice little poke there from Goon Squad as well. Forcing Static Link to be used by Razor. I'm not sure if Ari was scouted by the Radiant Observer in that bottom lane, but I think, yeah, they've got a pretty good idea that Tiny is around here now as they cut bottom wave. This is all about creating noise. Look at me down in this bottom lane. I'm a Tiny, I'm a Razor. Meanwhile, Lina and Bristleback, they can think about those big stacks over in that triangle area.
That's a big stack.
Looks like Lina's going to get the priority for the large camp. Taker can, of course, take the Ancients with his cool sprays. They're completely leaving S4 unchecked top lane, though. Spirit Vessel's nearly done on top of the phase boots. DP level 9. And with Exo ready, where does she go? Like, she's not your Beastmaster Enigma who sits in this lane pushing, right? Does she come bot for a tier 1? Do they want to fight around Roche? It's only 10 minutes in.
They're just smoking up top with Hanston's level 6.
There's the hook shot. And there's the Exo. They'll use it for a kill. And killing this Bristleback is a big one to quell the tempo of ITB.
Yeah, you don't need to specifically take any objective. You can just take map space. Like, Bristle just sitting there farming those camps. Exo's the tool that you can need to take that away from him. Very nice move, though, to utilize the hook shot timing to get that kill. And what?
Yeah, they'll find the Maiden. Simple pick off on the Maiden, but the Dazzle dying top as the dive from S4 and Hanskin paying off. Exo ends, though. So the damage to this tier 2 is going to have to be halted as Zip8 does rotate up here. TP's in, but trapped in cogs, and Dragon Knight arriving with a breathe fire and a bit of damage. They get a double kill on S4. Got to be wary, though, with a toss back in under tower. Limp, he is tanky, but now has to contend with Bristle and Lina, who offer a lot of damage. Laguna Blade shows that perfectly. Trading the mid for the offlaner there, but it's still forcing ITB into these awkward fights where they're falling back, defending tier 2s, and not taking Ancients or farming up on this Bristleback.
I wasn't a massive fan at first of what they were doing. Diving tier 2 at 12 minutes is probably one of the easiest ways to throw a game, but that being said, like, you're bringing heroes far away from PA, which is like the #1 priority for you right now. Her recovery into this game. Going for that Battle Fury. Yeah, like the amount of TPs they got alone from top, while S4, the strongest hero in their team, is still alive. Oh god, they're going for Supreme as well.
They missed the hook shot, but it doesn't seem to matter that much. The cogs, the frostbite, it's enough.
Goon Squad fight back, man. They're not going to give a single moment of rest. They're just running into the Breach's tower. They're pressuring their tier 2 at 12 minutes into the game. They're going after you, Lina. They're making it so hard for Into the Breach to fight. Because as well, getting that kill on Razor when he TP top, like, this is probably Into the Breach's like strongest hero. The one guy that had the best lane. You're turning around and saying, no, you can't come top and just threaten us and try and push us out. We're gonna kill you. Right? That sends a message. He's scampered back to bot.
Yeah, and then the fact that Exo is down, Dragonform is down, they're still playing to mid. Another message there saying, hey, we don't need to rely on our cooldowns. We've got Hookshot, we've got Freezing Field, a potential to just keep on fighting. And with the 2 observables they've got in this top jungle, they know what kind of response will be made if they jump on Ari here. It looks like Hansken, considering his options, maybe wanting a squishier target or a core hero to go on, waiting for people to walk up the staircase.
But this is such an ideal thing for Goon Squad, because look at the map for ITB right now. They haven't taken that bot tower. They haven't taken that mid tower. Just then, while this whole thing was happening top, Lina and Bristle are just standing in like this ancient area. Oh my god, he's going to die again.
Yeah, Lina caught out completely.
He has no space. There's nowhere for them all to farm. Bristle needs farm. Lina needs farm. Usually in this kind of situation, you have to just commit a lot of heroes and take like that bot tower and try to open up the map, because then you can farm your Bristle in the triangle and your Lina in like the enemy jungle. You know, these towers are so imperative for Into the Breach. It's taken them, you know, quite a bit of time here to finally force the issue and take it.
Yeah, it's quite interesting as well. We've talked a lot about this magic damage Lina build over the past couple of weeks, and I don't think we've seen really a bad performance from it, but I think the downsides of it are becoming apparent here. You don't have the boots of travel to maneuver across the map. You don't have that BKB or Dragonlance to tank yourself up. And Dazzle, yeah, just going to get picked off down the bottom lane. But here, like, I understand going magic damage Lena against PA and Dragon Knight. Like, you're going to be able to burst them as you progress through the game and get later and later. But this period, you know, 10 to 20 minutes in, you're just going to get jumped, chain stunned, and killed because you don't have that tankiness from the Ogre Axes or a BKB to save you. Like, a Force Staff might help a little bit. Nice, that's a rough one.
This Clockwork is just killing him. And he's not had the best start. They've applied a lot of pressure. They're making him sweat. And he doesn't have the map space to farm normal items. Because I do believe he would ideally love to go a BKB. This Lena machine gun with an MKB versus PA, I mean, that could definitely be a way for them to win. But she needs armor. She needs like a Shiva's Guard in this case instead. She needs to go magic.
Well, they got the stun onto the DK. And they follow through with Ari's combo. Okay.
That Ether Lens. Looking good.
Long range stun. Well, that's a DK with 18 one charges. Pretty tanky fella. 1800 HP. But couldn't blink away from that initiation. This gets Bristleback a step closer to that Aghanim Scepter and that 20-minute timing that we were looking for at the end of the draft for them. That's when they do become the strongest. The Death Ball around the Bristleback. And even the consideration of heading into Roshan as well. Goon Squad not going to give this up for free, though, it looks like. As Hunt's going an S4. They get the catch in onto Bristleback, but Lena with a turnaround. The freezing field on Kadaro, though, going to get cancelled out by Ari's toss, and Razor comes in to sweep through. Two supports down, but the Bristleback, he's found by S4 in the end. Kadaro tried to get back in with a poison touch on the PA, while Lena TPing away. Leaves Limp a little exposed here, but S4 has the Exo to continue this fight. It's a long, extended one, and Zibe can't stand his ground. Aqua will rejoin, give the double to S4, and find the Dazzle in the tail end of the team fight. A triple kill for the DP, a godlike streak as he's 9-0.
S4 is playing so damn well this game. Like, it is night and day between game 1, S4 rushing a blink to try and be like a stun bitch for his team, and game 2, Giga Chad diving tower 1v2, getting his farm, top of the net worth all game long, godlike streak. I mean, he is owning super hard.
Well, he's got 9.5k net worth. He's miles ahead of everybody.
He is playing fantastic, and it's a lot coming from Hanskin too, right? These two together have been fighting and looking for kills, hook shot cooldown, exo cooldown, they just go, playing really well together.
This is the kind of adaptation in the draft that you look for.
Yeah.
Limp has been playing DP game after game after game. Then you give him the DK that, you know, he's made a name on for himself, of course. S4, the Death Prophet. And do get a catch on S4 bot. Toss back in. Limp gets the Dragon Tail, but under tower, S4 trying to TP home. The silence allows him to do it even through the DD. Made sure Lena couldn't stun him. What is that, level 2 silence? If that was level 1 silence, he's probably dead there.
Yeah, well, all those levels coming in handy. Mid.
Alright, catching Dazzle again. The grave delays the inevitable demise of Kadaro. Pops his wand, but another frostbite there from Peksu.
Okay. Alright. This net worth lead starting to grow, but into the breach we got an Ags coming on this Bristleback soon. He's taking a stack of Ancients right now. 1,000 gold out. Looks like Goon Squad though gonna keep up that aggression with another smoke.
Non-stop. The train keeps on rolling. Peksu in front of Hanskin here. Frostbite to start. I don't even think they need the hook shot, honestly. Razor dead, pre-BKB, still a good 1,000 gold away from it. Just easy pickings for Goon Squad's continual rotations.
They're just gonna run back to mid. You still have this hook shot. Dragon form lasting a little bit longer. They get that arcane rune too, so if anyone shows in this mid lane, then you're under threat. But we don't want to throw. We don't want to rush things. We got our PA's Battle Fury. She's farming. Yeah,
don't want to start getting dizzy from all these rotations. Round and round and round they go. The carousel of aggression from Goon Squad, just jumping from lane to lane, getting D-wards with Peksu's Maiden as well.
Yeah. I think maybe Supreme could get the shard. He's going for the Ags, but if you're feeling a little bit pressured, if you want to match this timing of your Bristle, who's about to get Ags, you could definitely just get the shard first. Yeah, he's bringing the shard now. Damn, I'm
so good.
I'm so in his brain, bro. I'm in his brain.
Well, it's all these little timings, you know. Everything helps.
But yeah, I mean, this is the timing coming up for them, right? To fight back. Ari, he's quite close to his blink dagger, but I
Yeah.
think they feeling like they just want to start things now. Bristle finished his ags. It's gonna come on the courier. He's not gonna be a part of this mid thing, but I think they're just looking to take the tower and kind of get out if they can.
Goon Squad on the way towards mid. There's no glyph though, so the creeps will take down the tower in the end. And looks like Goon Squad realize, hey, just get this tier 1 bot, get into enemy triangle, get our ward coverage back up again. It's 20 minutes in, we have to start thinking about Roshan for ourselves. And of course, Bristle with his Aghanim Scepter. Roshan's absolutely on the menu for him.
Yeah. Just get your Tiny's blink, honestly. They're gonna get off this wave, maybe? He didn't quite finish the creeps off. Aw. He's trying to be so careful. He doesn't want to stick his neck out for too long and just get killed, because that would be like nightmare scenario. It is just like the comms like, guys, I'm 100 gold. Please let me have this. Let me have this. I'm gonna get it, and then we can go.
He gets a full wave bottom. That's his blink dagger now. Goon Squad are smoked up though. They've seen Tiny TP bottom, so they know there's no Ari up here.
Yeah,
And if ITB get caught, which they do, good force staff in time to get away from the ranged Dragon Tail. Hookshot, though, cancels the TP. They keep tabs on the Lina. Grave not going to save her. Trapped in the cogs, and Limp keeps jumping forward. Chasing towards the Razor now. Still pre-BKB here. Any follow-through could find Zibe, but Ari's going to do his best to keep him back with the Avalanche. And ITB quickly move out across the map, realizing there's no fight to be had, and that'll mean Roshan with the Exo available to Goon Squad.
Yep.
Aqua has more than caught up in this game as well. 10k net worth for your PA thanks to that Battle Fury, and a recipe away from BKB.
He is, yeah. He's just been farming, isn't it? He's 21 minutes. He's been involved in 2 kills, and then you know, at least one of those was just now. He has stayed so far removed from everything going on. Goon Squad have done a really great job of just utilizing the 4 heroes that they have to give him that space.
What, 5 minutes ago she was bottom of the cause, 6,500 net worth. Now closing in on that top spot. And she got past that period where we were a little worried about not being able to get the farm you need. Did very well in that lane against the Razor and the Tiny to not die, honestly. You know, 1-0-1. That was a very good pick from Goon Squad at the last moment.
Very risky pick. It easily could have been abused much harder. I think a lot came on Limp doing so well in the mid lane as well. I mean, just everyone, honestly. Like, Goon Squad is just playing really, really well on every single hero. Everyone's doing their job. Everyone's been getting their levels. Everyone is hitting a timing, hitting a cooldown, and knowing that, okay, we can go do something. And they are doing stuff. And I think it's been very hard for Into the Breach to kind of deal with that. And I think it's why, like, Bristleback's timing has come so late. That being said, Ari's got his blink. Supreme, you know, he has that force stuff, he has that shard, he's going to be doing a lot of magic damage, and you do have the Ags Bristle. PA not having that shard yet, there is a way to fight. Zibe also finishes BKB too.
Timings into timings.
Yeah, they just
go
to
on.
link Aqua when he jumps in.
A nice dodge on the blink on the dagger there.
Oh.
I guess if you are having, you know, packet loss or whatever issues Aqua's having, PA, one of the better heroes to play. Just blink in, hands off keyboard, hope you hit the crits. Press BKB, Phantom Strike, that's it. You're in. Into the breach. Kadara TPing back, but they've already smoked without their Dazzle.
It's fine. Dazzle wants to play super far back anyway.
There's the jump. DP's tanky, still has the BKB ready. And Zibe trapped inside the cogs, but who's trapped with whom? Clockwork nearly blown up by the Laguna Blade. A bit of a stun in the back on the Lina. Can't focus Supreme. They go for Kadara's Dazzle instead. But look at Oteka focusing into that Dragon Knight while Aqua comes out with a double kill. The freezing field slowing them down so this PA can shred through them. And Bristleback, he's done for. Spirit Siphon and the damage from PA gets the triple. Moving to the tier 2 now. EXO is still going for S4 and a resounding victory for Goon Squad here.
Yep, the kind of perfect scenario happened for Goon Squad where obviously heroes died, but Razor came in and linked this DP. Like they wanted to kind of get in there and kill him, and obviously it's a great kill. S4 is still top of that net worth, being such a big problem with that EXO, but as soon as you link him, PA is absolutely free to do whatever she wants in this fight.
Completely free there. You see the freezing field, the PA helped out by the DP and the Maiden.
Yeah.
And then they switch targets to come back on the bristleback.
It does feel like... Oh, also, yeah, Hanskin did a really nice job with the cogs of breaking the link even, so he didn't even get the full link off.
As he cogged and force staffed away, didn't he?
Yeah, so I don't think he got the force up, but yeah, he cogged and broke the link, and I just think that you need to be saving this link for the PA.
After she's Phantom Striked in, yeah.
Yeah, if you can use all of like your Lina and Tiny Burst to kill the DP, that would be much ideal.
Well, there's no Roche for them to take here with this smoke. Came across the map, got a good ward down, but Goon Squad on the opposite side. DDPA's on your tier 2. It doesn't look like ITB want to match this though.
No.
Not into the Aegis for another minute. And Goon Squad keep ramping up this lead. 11, 12k. Building and building. Does the PA have shard yet? She's buying a Deso.
She bought it, I think. Oh, she had it queued up. Maybe she went it for the Deso.
I've jumped Ari in the mid lane. There's a grave there to slow things down, but Dead Tiny is a Dead Tiny. Goon Squad very quick to swoop in under their vision. 2 observer wards watching lane. And a little bit of a ramp there on the left side. And a pressure up to tier 3 as well.
I think it's the situation where you're like, okay, I'm gonna go shot. I need something to kill the bristleback, and then you take that team fight, and you're like, oh, never mind, he's not strong, and then you just don't buy the shot.
Yeah. Hey, maybe right.
Yeah.
Why bother? Let's go more raw damage.
He needs his BKB, but your racks of the impression, there's no time for you to get it.
It's not just pressure. It's looking like they're going to take it down here with the catapult, the dragon form, melee barracks, forfeited by ITB. Limp does get clipped by the stun, but 4 staff away. As the Aegis reclaimed and Goon Squad reset. Back to the outpost. Take a bit of map control for themselves. It feels like ITB, they need some miracle smoke to catch this Goon Squad side.
Yo, Gary, you completed your education, right?
What do you mean by that?
I'm saying, like, you finished your education. Like, I dropped out of university. Did you? Did you?
I dropped out of university 3 times.
Oh my god! Okay.
I finished my A levels. I went to uni and I was like, nah, this is not for me.
Oh, that's so okay. I was gonna ask you if you had to read the neutral item that Lina has and pronounce it correctly.
What has she got? Vizier?
Is that it?
I believe so.
Alright, well, she's got the Eye of the Vizier. And you see in this nice high ground defense that she is getting these stuns off from so far away. And it's actually doing pretty insane amounts of damage. Like, the PA is having to just, like, dodge and sidestep around a little bit because he doesn't want to get stunned by Supreme.
Yeah, super long range. I like the way you approached that, though. Did you finish your education?
You were one of those folks that understands words?
Yeah, I know people, didn't do A-levels and dropped out after GCSEs and stuff like that.
These are your casters. 4 times uni dropout.
Yeah. I guess talking about A-levels and GCSEs, some people are not going to understand that, but yeah. I finished school when I was 18, basically.
Okay. I was doing game art design. It's not like I was going to learn English anyway, even if I finished.
I did like the full spectrum. I started out doing history and politics, did a year of that, and I was like, university, doing essays, not really a fan. Went into like computer science and forensic computing. I was like, it's just university's not my thing. I can't do a learn. I'm a bit slow.
Okay, that makes sense. British people, am I right?
Yeah. Bunch of idiots.
Morons.
Except T-Gov, who's got a degree in robotics or something like that. Like,
Does he actually?
Yeah,
what the hell?
He's like mega smart.
Jesus Christ, and now he's doing dough? What a dumbass.
Yeah. He's got a fallback plan,
Yeah, makes sense. Well, okay. Goon Squad don't want to throw on that high ground push. They're going to look to just sweep through the map and make sure there's no cheeky into the breach heroes trying to farm. Gain any gold. Oh, Zibbe's going to run into him.
Oh, just BKBs. He can't kill S4 here, can he? Not with Aqua coming in. Does have the shard now. Breaks. And does a bit of damage. There's the crits. And a mega kill streak for him, while elsewhere, the remaining members of Goon Squad have found a kill on Tiny.
Oh.
Troubling times ahead.
it was a huge decision there for the Razor. Do I BKB and TP out? Or do I go for the kill and he risked it all?
Oh, I'll take it.
Nice
Okay,
one.
there's no stuns. We'll TP out.
Yeah. What is S4 going for? He hasn't got anything queued up.
I don't know. I
Wave or
kind of.
shard?
Ah, shard is nice. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Kind of like a blink dagger on the DP.
Actually, same, yeah. And you can get that overwhelming blink, and you're doing so much slow when you jump in and
Yeah.
causing such a problem for these backlines.
Oh, Hansken. Does he have reinforcements? He drops the Wraith Pact after his hook shot. Limp. Looking into the trees. They don't find Supreme. Fortunate there for ITB to keep that Lina alive.
Hansken just got trapped in his own cogs. He couldn't break free.
Unlucky.
He's like, I don't know, he just kind of stood there walking around in it after a little bit. He didn't even try to kill any more of the cogs. Anyway, what have we got on Into the Breach? We got that 9-second BKB on Bristle.
Nice.
He's going for the AC, which I think is the right move against PA, but you also really want to get a Basher at some point.
And Lina with the Ags. The Tome delivered. Closing in on level 18.
Yeah.
Roshan alive in 1 minute with a toss back from Ari. They'll try and connect on S4, but they didn't land Light Strike Array, so the BKB's out from the DP. And Tiny within those cogs demolished while S4 just TPs away. Nothing to stop him. Limp looking to continue this. The BKB wears out from Otaker. Goon Squad. I just back up after the buyback of Tiny. Thinking about this Roche fight. They need another 30 seconds for Exo to come back up. And that's perfect timing for them.
That is my favorite thing in the world to see. You botch this jump because you don't have detection. Like, Lina is literally sitting there invis. And then after that, you instantly buy a gem. Actually, just instantly buy a gem. Give
me that reveal.
Hey, where is it going, actually? Oh, it's on the courier of DP heading to S4.
Very nice.
Yeah.
A good read from Goon Squad as well. Scanning up. I see the Dazzle now under Radiant Vision. And they'll probably know there's a smoke around him as well. And everything lining up for them to take this next Roshan. The only thing they're missing is Freezing Field, but I don't think that's vitally important for them.
It would be so nice for them to get a kill onto S4 or Aqua. I mean, both of these cores have gone unkilled all game. It's like all these kills that they have, they're just on other heroes. Like, the most important heroes to kill are not dying. I think it would be such a relief for them if they can start a fight with just the massive Lina burst. She has the Ag, she has the Shard. They definitely have the damage to do it. You know, every little skirmish, the PA BKB, it gets lower and lower. It's at 8 seconds right now. If they can bring it down to 6 or maybe force it out and get out, they can't burst
It's just
her.
so hard to bait and kite to clock a Blink DK stun and Hansken, the one to get the initiation. Supreme gets blown up by Aqua, and this just might be game over. Yeah, ITB have buybacks, but what the heck can you do against this Goon Squad side that jumps you and slays you in a matter of seconds?
I heard you nearly swear.
Flip! What the
heck?
flipping heck can they do here? Oh, bloody hell!
Oh, jeez. The leader got bashed. I mean, there's nothing he could really do.
I mean, you can buy back on Razor and Lina. You force the glyph out to keep Goon Squad back for a few seconds. They're just going to move back in, though. Elder Dragon form going, Arcane Rune up on Limp. S4 has these ghosts flying into buildings. And ITB, there we go, double buyback, but the jump in, the catch on to the bristleback, the break as well. He's inside the ball of fire. BKBs to run home and regen. Static Link comes on the DK, but Aqua shreds through them quickly. Supreme, 4 staffs back to the fountain now as ITB get closed out of game 2. Goon Squad too strong. Another fan of knives to break the bristleback down, and that's it. It's game over. Another game 3.
Alright. Bets on whether S4 gets DP again next game?
0% chance. First phase ban. Enigma DP ban, please. Enigma DP, Chen, Faceless Void. First 4 bans coming out in game 3.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, my god. Goon Squad. This was the fight back that they needed, and they showed up super hard. I think I kind of praised them all throughout the game, but I just think that the 4 heroes outside of PA made the perfect amount of